the channel. I hope you guys are all doing really well. As you can see, the shelves are completely cleared off. If you guys have been around for the past little while, you know I've been doing extra sprints and stuff, and I've been doing a lot of reorganizing on the shelves. So I'm taking my time and getting them put back together. I'm doing something completely different, and I'm also working on getting all of my stuff recorded in my bookshelf app. A lot of the books that I hadn't downloaded yet, but they were already up on the shelves, so I wanted to do that. And I'm also I'm not affiliated with Bookshelf, just so you guys know. I just really love the idea of this app, and it really helps me when I'm out shopping. But it does have a note section, and for any books that have like writing or big creases in the covers or whatever, I'm just putting a little note in the entry just so I know the ones that I have to replace eventually. And because I look like a floating head because my hair is black and I typically dress in all black clothes, I put some books up on the shelves because I've been doing sprints with a lot of you guys lately, and I just look like a floating head. So hopefully this helps a little bit with that. But for today, we're actually not talking about books. We're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about Halloween and tattoos. So this is not a book related video, but of course starting next weekend those will be back again. Some people do get angry at me for doing other themes of videos, but whatever. I mean, it's my channel. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to. So first things first, I'm going to talk about tattoos. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys, there's been a couple of requests for me to do tattoo tours. If you guys want to see what I have up close, and just kind of an explanation of why I have what I have, and you know, any kind of themes or meaning behind them. So I've had a couple of requests for that, so if you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a tattoo tour. But it was super exciting. Yesterday I went and had a consultation, another consultation with my artist, and we're gonna continue getting my upper body finished off. So first things first, we are finishing this sleeve. I just have a small section left to do. Of course, it's one of the most sensitive areas. I mean, I don't think anything could be as sensitive as my hands, but we're going to be finishing this off. So August 2nd, I'm going to be doing that, and he's doing a little bit of touch-up just between my fingers and stuff. Not that I want him to touch my fingers ever again, but there's just a couple of spots that sort of fell out a little bit, so I'm just getting those touched up. So that'll be on August the 2nd. So of course, as things progress, I will share it with you guys. And then I do have a full session booked in on August the 31st. This worked out really well because August 2nd is like the Friday right before the long weekend, so at least I get an extra day to heal. And then August 31st is the long weekend, like the Labor Day long weekend, and I'm actually off work that week, which is great because if I'm having such a huge session done, at least then, you know, I can just kind of spend some time healing. And I do suffer with tattoo flu kind of every time I get one, so that will help kind of with the recovery. So it actually worked out, the spots that he had available. So for the full session, I don't want to give too much away, but I do want to let you guys know what I'm doing because it's super exciting. So I'm getting my upper arm, so there's going to be a portrait here. It's a goddess portrait, but it's also a memorial piece for my two dogs that have passed away. So I won't share too much about it. I won't share any of the ideas, but I did give him some inspiration, and I always want him to really express himself and come to me with the ideas and stuff, because he's fantastic and I don't want anybody else's tattoos. So goddess piece up here that's going to be flowing into kind of the gauntlet that I have down here, and like I said, my two puppies are going to be featured in it. And then, oh, on this arm, Matt looked at my moon one day and he was like, your moon needs bats. So when we finish this one off, he's also adding some bats into my moon. And then I am having a large Celtic inspired piece done. It's starting in the back of my neck and going to come around into my shoulders, across my clavicles and into my chest. So, oh, and down my back, down like both sides of my back. So really super excited. It's going to be a very long day, but I figure if I could sit through an 8-hour session to get this arm done, then I can sit through another 8-hour session to get the rest of it done. So really super excited. And then it'll be all healed up for spooky season, for all of the events and stuff that we have planned, which I'm going to be talking about a couple of the events that I've already got booked in so far. So moving on to kind of thing number 2, I am going to share a mini Halloween haul with you guys. So because I am getting so much work done with my tattoos, of course, spooky season shopping is going to be a little on the down low for the beginning of spooky season until, of course, I get those pieces done and they're paid for, because, you know, I typically don't put things on credit. I save up my money for it, so that's what I'm working on right now. But I do have a couple of pieces that I wanted to share with you guys really, really quickly. So first and foremost, I actually got this quite some time ago. It was like April or May. Like back in April that I got this. It was on clearance at Indigo, which is like a bookstore here that we have in Canada. It's kind of like your Barnes and Noble in the US. So this is like the chalk paint. So it's a little pumpkin, and it came with 2 pieces of chalk, and you just put in the days until Halloween. So I'm going to be putting this up pretty soon, actually. It does have like the little hooks on the back that I could put it up on the wall. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. I have an idea, but I'm not quite positive. But I thought this was super cute. It was on clearance. They only had a couple of them left, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And then I did share this in a vlog with my patrons, but I also wanted to share it with you guys because it's just so beautiful and so lovely. I have to share it with everyone. So we are going to be painting in our main area, and there were some things that I wanted for like wall decor and stuff. And one thing that I've always really wanted to get into is taxidermy. So this is my first piece of taxidermy. Sorry if you guys are getting the glare there. So this is really super beautiful. It's a moth, and it has Jack Skellington faces in the back, and I thought this was just super beautiful. So I know there's glare, but I hope you guys can see that. So this came from a licensed taxidermist, and of course it was ethically sourced and stuff like that. So really super beautiful. He had so many amazing pieces, and this was really the only one that I could afford. But now looking at the pieces that he has like cloches done with like taxidermy in it and stuff. At least I know kind of what price point I'm looking at for getting stuff for my living space. So my first piece of taxidermy, which, I mean, me being me, is kind of surprising, but really super excited to get upstairs painted and to start getting some of this stuff up on the walls. And now getting into some actual Halloween. So one thing that I really wanted to get into collecting is the Halloween Town pieces from Department 56. They are a little bit more expensive, actually quite a bit more expensive than the Limax Spooky Town, but from what I hear, the Limax does break down quite easily, and these, just the detail in them is so fantastic. So in Banff, Alberta, which is about 90 minutes from here in the mountains, in the Rocky Mountains, they have a store there, and it's called the Christmas Store. It's a 365-day Christmas store, but they also have a Halloween section, and it's 365 Halloween, and they do have everything from discontinued Department 56 pieces to new ones. And like I said, these are incredibly expensive. This one though is discontinued. It was in my price point range, so I went ahead and grabbed one. So these are definitely going to be like a 1 to 2 pieces per year kind of item. So I got one when we were out there on vacation, and I want to get out there at least once more before spooky season starts. So here's the piece that I got, and it's called Celia's Cellar, and I hope you guys can see the detail. Like, this looks like Hagrid's hut to me. It's got the little witch hat kind of thing up on top, and so this is like kind of like a bar, I think, and it has all of the barrels full of mead outside and stuff, and it's so beautiful. And it says Celia's Cellar, drink up witches. And so I absolutely fell in love with this, and like I said, out of the ones that were within my price point, I think this one really fit my style, and also it's a discontinued piece, and I think they only had like 2 left, so I definitely wanted to grab one of those. So I can't wait to get it open. I've left it in the styrofoam. They did open it at the store just to make sure everything was okay, but I didn't want to open it until it was actually ready to decorate it for spooky season, because, you know, I just want to have that, you know, wow moment when I open it up. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be putting my spooky town yet, but with only 1 piece, you know, I can just about put it anywhere for this year. And definitely want to get up to the Christmas store a couple of more times, because, you know, when it's off season and stuff, it's probably easier just to save up a little bit of money and and buy a new house for my spooky town, even in the off season. Okay, let's talk about Michael's. Something that I wanted to say, because there's been a lot of controversy about this year, and this is my thought on it. I know that Michael's lines this year, one of their lines is very bright and boisterous. It's like a 70s kind of like pinks and neon pinks and oranges and very cutesy sort of 70s inspired Halloween. Not vintage Halloween, but just kind of that style of the 70s lava lamps and that kind of thing. If you're thinking of that, you'll know the one that I'm talking about. And I've seen a lot of negativity on this, and you know, it's so sad, because us Halloween lovers, the 365 Halloween ghoulies, you know, we're such a niche group, and we shouldn't be bashing each other if we don't like something. Now, first of all, Michael's has several lines of things. It's like the bright and pinks and all of that kind of stuff is not their only line this year, which some people are making it seem like that's the only thing they have. It is not. They do have other lines. I haven't seen all of it, but there are pieces that are very gothic, they're very dark, they're very traditional Halloween, stuff like that. The other thing is, there are ghoulies out there that is their style of Halloween, and you know, just like with goth or alt or metal or anything like that, we shouldn't be knocking each other. We really should be lifting each other up. If that's your style, it's not mine. It's absolutely not mine. But I'm not going to knock somebody if they like something, and I'm not going to knock Michael's for not doing something that I don't like. So I just wanted to take a little interlude and just throw that in there, that we should be lifting each other up rather than bashing each other. So I had the most fantastic day at Michael's. I think it was last weekend, and I got this guy. So he's like a skull. He's actually a planter. But I kill anything green. I am not a green witch at all. But I was thinking, even if I put a fake candle in him, so it was just kind of flickering out the top, that would be really cool. And there's a spot upstairs that there's already a hook in the ceiling, that there was like a macrame kind of planter already there for the owners before we moved in. So I thought that hanging this dude up there would be really, really cool. And like I said, I could put a candle in him or whatever. So that's the plan for that, and I really, really loved him. Now, I didn't go buck wild at Michael's last weekend, because one thing is, I do this every year. I see Halloween and I'm like buying it because I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited for Halloween. And then, you know, it's right at the beginning of the season. There's still a lot of season to go, and not all of the stuff is out yet. Even all of the stuff is not out at Michael's yet. So I've been very picky and choosy about the stuff that I want. And of course, you know me, I mean, I'm gonna get stuff for spooky season, but I'm also gonna get stuff for every day. So a piece like this would definitely be something that would just go up there and stay up all year long. The other thing is, Michael's is pricey. It's very pricey, and you know, I want to make sure if I'm paying full price for it, it's stuff that I really, really want, and I don't want it to kind of sell out, because I know they're going to have the BOGOs and all of that kind of stuff kind of as the season sort of rolls along. So the other thing I got 2 of these flowers. Now I meant to bring them down, but up in my beauty room, I do have the skeleton planter from last year, and it has florals in there that are like the man-eating flowers, kind of, the cannibal flowers. But these with the skulls and the roses are way more my theme. I just love these, and these were not cheap, you guys, so I only got 2, and there were a couple of other floral pieces there that I thought I would like as well. So up in my beauty room, I do have some like gothic kind of vases that have some fake flowers in them and stuff. So I got 2 of these because I know that these are going to sell out really, really super quickly, and then I can get some of the regular black floral to complement it kind of as the season goes along. But I wanted to snag those as soon as I saw them. And then I went to Winners and HomeSense today, so that's the same company as like Marshall's, Home Goods, that sort of thing. That we are always really behind with our Halloween here in Canada. It's just starting to trickle in. I was just super excited to see what I saw today, but it's still really, really light. So I didn't buy anything there today, like in regards to decor or anything like that, but these couple of pieces that I found are super, super cute. Sorry guys, I ran out of space on my memory card, so I had to clear off a couple of things. So I got this really cute orange nail polish. So All right, so things have been getting really, really bad with like my ADHD brain in the past few months. And Matt always laughs at me because I'll go out and I'll buy a new lipstick and 2 weeks later I'm like, where's my lipstick? And I still haven't found it. So I had a thing of black nail polish. I lost it. So I went out and I bought a new thing of black nail polish and I lost it. And I'm like, God, it's coming up to Halloween. And of course, my black lipstick and my nail polish is like all year for me anyway. And I was like, God, and he's like, you have to be better at this. He's like, you have to be better at taking care of your makeup because you're constantly losing it. So once I find my black nail polish, I will be mixing it with this one and probably doing like alternate nails or whatever. But I was just so super happy to get a bright, bright, bright orange one. And the OPI is typically it's pretty expensive, like if you get it at the normal store, so getting it there was great. So like I said, not really related to Halloween, but kind of. And then the other thing I got while I was in the beauty section, which I found a couple of other really cute spooky things, I got this little bonnet. It's called a sleep beanie, and it's lined in satin. And because I've been having so much trouble with my hair thinning with my anxiety, I thought this might help. So if you guys use like a sleep bonnet, let me know if this is going to assist with my hair. And then a couple of other things that I found that I thought were super freaking cute. Not really Halloween, but spooky. And all my ghoulies out there are gonna, you know, I think are gonna be happy for me. And you guys definitely want to pick these up too. So the first thing is, and I'm saving these for actual spooky season, the ghosting under eye bags, under eye pads. So look at these. These are like little under eye patches, but they're in the shape of freaking bats. Oh my goodness, look at that. I mean, I can't wait. You know, the other day I was rewatching my vlogs, my Halloween vlogs from last year, and it just gave me so many warm and fuzzy feelings, and it made me all excited for this year. So Matthew and I have a bunch of events that we have booked in. Some of them aren't available yet, so I've been keeping an eye. But like to come home from those events and like get a bubble bath and put these kinds of things on your under eyes and stuff like that, it's just giving me all the warm and fuzzy feels. So I went ahead and picked it up. I mean, it was $6. So and then I saw this. Isn't this cute? Oh my goodness. House of Haunted Kisses. This is lip balm, and it comes in this little house with these little skulls. Oh, and roses on the bottom. So cute. Ultra moisturizing lip balms, and look, it's got like the little gothic kind of windows on the side. Isn't this adorable? Like, I feel like a 12-year-old, really. But I mean, who wouldn't buy this? What kind of spooky girl wouldn't buy this? So there's 4 in here, and it says vanilla sugar, spiced berry, and caramel apple and cinnamon. So I definitely want to give these a try. And I mean, to throw these in my bag along with, like, you know, my pumpkin scented hand sanitizer and stuff like that during the season, it just makes my little black heart so happy. So I thought this was super cute. So between these 2 little items, it definitely made my day today. And I don't normally go into the beauty section at Winners, so I was really super happy that I did. So for any of my Canadian ghoulies out there, definitely head up Winners in their like bath and body kind of section, and they have like cute little things like that. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for some more, because that just gives me all of the wonderful Halloween feels. And then last but not least, a couple of weeks ago, Matthew took me to Fabricland because I've been wanting to pick up some spooky fabrics. And I didn't even know that they were going to have spooky fabrics out. I'm like, it's going to be too early. They're not going to have anything. But we were off work. Both of us were off work. And I was like, we're in the area. Why don't we just stop in? And they had aisles and aisles and aisles of spooky fabrics. And the girl told me, she was like, yeah, in the past couple of years, she's like, we just don't even put them away anymore. I guess because, you know, spooky ghouls are out there shopping all year long for this kind of stuff, which is great because, you know, if you want to start getting into projects, this stuff isn't cheap, and, you know, you can pick it up throughout the year for all of your spooky needs. So there's a couple of projects that I wanted to do, a couple of sewing projects. With my brain, of course, I haven't activated any of those yet, but I did want to pick up some of these spooky fabrics, so I wanted to share them with you. So the first one is this one. and it's just kind of like all blood spatters, but the blood spatters are, you can see the skulls in there, and then it has like words in spooky font. There's actually even kind of like spooky trees in there too. So it says bones, fear, scary, Halloween. So yeah, I got 2 meters of this one. And then Matthew actually found this one. There were so many there. Like, I had to contain myself to stay within my budget for spending that day because it was just, there was so much. But he told me, he was like, there's absolutely no way that I could come home without this specific fabric because it matches my cemetery arm. So we have a cemetery pattern on here. Oh, I just love this. Could you guys see that? I'll hold it up again. So there's like Irish crosses, there's spooky trees and skeleton hands coming up out of the ground. There's like ravens in the spooky trees and moons, and oh, just look at this. I mean, it looks like my sleeve, really. So he told me, he was like, out of all of the fabric there's absolutely no way that I could come home without this one. So I was so happy that he was so involved, and Matthew really does get involved in my spooky projects and you know, all of that kind of thing. So I'm really happy he picked one out. So I picked out the red and black one, and then he picked out the cemetery one, and then there's another style of fabric that I bought actually the rest of what was on the spool. It's over here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's a little bit of a different style than these ones, because these ones are just like, you know, continuing patterns, but this one is in panels. And I have a couple of ideas, but if you guys have any ideas of what I could do with this as well, let me know down in the comments. So I'll show you one of the panels. It's too big to hold it up on screen, so I'll bring my camera over there. I think I have 6 panels, and if you guys have any ideas, let me know what you'd like me to do with it. Got it at super cheap clearance price, so let me go show you. So here we go. It's like a haunted house with a cemetery in front of it. Just look at this. Oh my goodness. So like I said, these are in panels. Just roll this out a little bit so you can see. So there's like a dotted line there. So there's 6 of these panels. So we have, and this is like everything that I want. So it has the full moon, spooky trees, branchy trees, a big bat, the haunted house, and look, it has like a witch in the window. I mean, how much more perfect is this for me? Beautiful. And look at those hands coming out of like the misty ground. So I fell in love with this. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Skirt, apron, I really don't know, but let me know what you guys think. And I also just remembered I have another item that I have to show you guys that I completely forgot about. So I'm going to go over and set the camera up again. But I really wanted to show you this because this fabric is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I got it for dirt cheap. Okay, and last but not least, I got the most perfect purse for my spooky season shopping. Some of you guys might have seen it over on Instagram as well. I was so excited to post about it, so I already put a picture up on Instagram. But it's this one. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's perfect, right? It's sparkly. And it has the pumpkin both sides. And this is by a company called Astro Betty, and they have beautiful purses, like really super beautiful. And I bought this one through Retro Glam Clothing in Edmonton, Alberta. So I'll leave the links to their stuff down below in the description box. But they had it on sale, and then last weekend they were having a sale on their sale items to do clearance. So I was like, 100%, this is coming home with me. So I ordered it. And then it showed up and it was way bigger than what I even thought it was going to be, which makes me super excited. It also has the detachable shoulder strap, and you could wear it as crossbody. I just wear it as like a regular shoulder strap, and then it has the zipper that goes all the way around. So the only thing is that it's fully open on the inside. Of course, there's no pockets or anything, which I wish there was even like a pocket for your phone or whatever inside, but I'm not sad at all. This is absolutely gorgeous and I love it. So I can't wait to go to our spooky events starting in August, and yeah, I'm just really thrilled. And all of the spooky season shopping after I get my tattoos done is just going to be fantastic. So I had to show this to you guys. So getting into 2 events that we've booked for Halloween season so far, and once we get closer to spooky season, I'll give you guys a whole bucket list. But I was just so excited to talk to you guys about some of the events that I booked just last week. And it's all starting in August. So August 2nd is when I get my sleeve finished, and August 3rd, we are going to be going to Fear Around the Fire, and that is hosted by Haunted Calgary. And I actually had tickets to it last year, and I ended up not being able to go because I got really sick. So I couldn't go, and we couldn't get rid of the tickets. It was really unfortunate. But basically, they have in one of the parks in Calgary, they have like a bonfire, and there's a whole like s'mores buffet that has hot chocolate and s'more stuff and other treats and whatever that you can get. And so sitting around the fire, they have a local folklorist that's going to be telling spooky tales, and then there's a ghost walk going around the park afterwards. So really super excited for that. I was so bummed that I missed out on it last year, but I was just so sick and so uncomfortable that I couldn't go. And then this is a new one for us. So a couple of the events that we did last year we're going to redo this year because we really enjoyed them, but there were some other ones that were, you know, just kind of mediocre, so we wanted to try some new things. And then on October 24th, which is a Thursday, which is a work night for us, typically we don't go out, but we both took the 25th off of work, which is kind of like, it'll be our Halloween weekend. So we're incorporating that. There's a vampire circus that's coming to town. I mean, how much more perfect could you get? So I just want to read you guys a little bit of the description of the Vampire Circus because it sounds super cool. A combination of Cirque du Soleil and Tim Burton, the Vampire Circus is a 90-minute excursion into the realm of vampires and the underworld. Viewers are taken on a fantastical journey with Count Dracula as he progresses through 19th century Bohemia with his traveling circus company and plots his worldwide invasion. Dracula utilizes the fourth wall to capture and intrigue the audience. So it goes on and on, but that's all I needed to know. I'm so excited, and the fact that we're like, you know, doing a whole thing where we're probably gonna go to dinner. Actually, the place that this is happening, there's a fantastic buffet like right in the same area, so we'll probably do that. We'll go to the show. We're taking the next day off work. It's like the actual spooky kind of our Halloween weekend that we'll be doing, so I'm so excited for that one. It was a little bit on the pricier side because I wanted really super good seats, but it was definitely worth it because we're going to kind of less events this year, but we definitely want to get like the VIP passes where we can. So that's a couple of events that we've got booked so far. Little mini haul talking about tattoos. So no books today, but I hope you guys are super excited for spooky season and for the vlogs that are going to be coming on the channel, that'll have reading, movies, events, shenanigans, all kinds of adventures that we're going to be going on. Like there's a monster mini golf that we want to do that, you know, we've been wanting to go to for like a year and we haven't done it yet. So I'm really super excited for all of the events coming up, so I hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a question or a comment down below because you know I love chatting with you guys. But until next time, stay spooky everybody. Bye.